Now that we've discovered the space between stimulus and response, it's time to strengthen it. Awareness notices what's happening, and attention chooses where to engage. In this section, you're going to learn one of the most trainable skills you possess. Every time you gently return your attention to a place you intend for it to be, you're strengthening the capacity that makes intentional living possible. Intentional living is freedom. I think one of the biggest reasons why people get frustrated a lot when they're trying to heal is they learn about mindfulness, they learn about awareness, and they start noticing everything. But then they're noticing everything and they're like, okay, I notice it. Now what? What do I do about it? Yeah, I notice that I'm anxious all the time. I notice when I'm spiraling into depression and cool, great, awesome, thanks. Now what? What do I do to get rid of this feeling? Well, the first problem is we're usually trying to get rid of our feelings when actually we need to attend to them differently, right? We need to notice them, we need to hear what they're trying to teach us, and then we need to take the wheel back and learn how to move forward in conscious awareness. And there's more to it that can help enhance this whole experience, and that's what I'm going to get into next. Let's clarify the difference between awareness and attention. Awareness is your ability to notice what's happening. You're noticing your thoughts, your emotions, your body and your surroundings. You're noticing your nervous system. You're noticing that your anxious inner roommate just grabbed the steering wheel from you and hijacked the car. Awareness doesn't operate to necessarily change anything. It just notices. And inviting that awareness in gives us an opportunity to utilize new skills between stimulus and response. The noticing is really important. We can't choose to do something different until we have that moment of noticing and awareness where consciousness comes in and comes online to help us do something different. And once we do, attention is what chooses what happens next. And then once we invite that awareness in, then we have the opportunity to engage with our attention. Attention is what we use to choose what we engage with. What deserves more of my energy? What do I want to practice here? What do I want to return to? What skill will help me navigate this wave more effectively? Attention is one of the most powerful forces shaping our lives because whatever we give repeated attention to, we strengthen like a muscle. And that's true whether we mean for it to happen that way or not. Let's bring in a real life example here. Say you're texting with someone and they don't respond. Your awareness notices, oh, I'm feeling anxious. My chest feels tight and my overthinking is carrying me away in all of these different possible stories of why this person is not responding to me. So far, awareness has noticed what's going on. So you're not reacting. You're not sending 500 texts to yell at this person or tell them how they've abandoned you or tell them why you're mad at them. You haven't done any of that. Awareness notices. Attention now has a choice. Do I spend the next 3 hours replaying every interaction or rereading all of the old texts or checking my phone or imagining worst case scenarios? Or can I gently turn my attention onto somewhere more helpful? Maybe my breathing, maybe the present moment, the fact that I actually don't know what's happening. Maybe I could think about my values or the work that I'm doing or some project that I'd like to be working on. Or I can think about things I'm excited about in my life, things that are going well. When we notice, the anxiety doesn't disappear, but the attention doesn't have to feed it and fuel it and make it bigger. In a sense, when we have these emotional responses and then our attention pours more thought into it, it's kind of like dumping gasoline onto an already burning fire. And we can choose not to do that. It's not easy to do, but it is simple. And I'm going to explain exactly how to do that in a little bit here. Attention really feeds experience, so think about attention like sunlight. Whatever you repeatedly shine the sunlight on, grows. If I spend all day long rehearsing fear of rejection, those neural pathways in my mind grow stronger. If I repeatedly return my attention to catastrophic possibilities and I plan for every potential scenario that could happen, all of which are devastating, my brain becomes more practiced at finding problems. The opposite's also true, though. Every time I return my attention onto something that is more healthy, with more perspective and openness, I'm practicing something different. And practicing this for myself is one of the biggest shifts I've experienced in my life and my own journey through nervous system dysregulation. I spent years understanding myself. I knew what was going on and where it came from, and that's really valuable. But understanding didn't necessarily change what I was experiencing. I had to practice something different. Just because I understood my anxious patterns didn't mean I strengthened my ability to do anything different. We become better at what we repeatedly practice, not what we repeatedly understand. So when we talk about attention training, we're not trying to stop thinking. Training attention isn't about having an empty mind, although that would be really nice at times. The goal isn't no thoughts. The goal is choosing where you return your attention to. And doing this over and over and over again is like flexing a muscle in the gym. Every single return is like a repetition, a rep. It's strengthening your ability to intentionally direct your attention. So if you remember one thing today, remember awareness notices and attention chooses. Awareness lets you see your experience, and attention decides where you engage, where you put your energy. Every time you notice that your attention has wandered and you bring it back, you're strengthening one of the most important skills you'll ever learn. And that's what we're going to learn how to do next.